really need to be sincere. Lano sincerity is where, like ima fik tajburni no god mark, with the gatam will continue mistake like that to go liake na kuna sawa. If you say, I say I'm suffering now, you say, oh no kuna gonna suffer. If I say my land, you say, oh, I my land too. Like, and then you begin to even go deeper and to say, ina makuna na related. Like, come on, man. Fi haja limited hina. Because they begin to get the foggy. You're playing my mind. You're trying to play me. So we have, as Equatorian, we need to be very vigilant on these things because we know the game of siyasa. We know how Arab Jalaba de Lebu Maana before, you know. So I will leave it here, but yeah, go ahead, brother. Thank you.
Everything because I will be demonstrated.
No, I'm not. I'm just putting the facts. Might get from Makan Sokon, so you gotta be ready. You know, Kandatamul Asida, you have to be ready to start a show at Tarak Jabina Kajak.
Let's go look for who's the problem so that we turn that person out. Obi not talk. Oma there.
Mayor did. Asma, Akir, Mayor did. Hold on a second. Ma Asma, Manon, itu kan
doesn't mean that there is
she Mayor did get the kalam, you know. Asma, a dictator. Ita got for you, but I got the control ballot. Can I calm down? Malama was my yard then when I go today I was at a race who love is bad like a man jahid. Can I call it Dominic? Asma Dominic get ilga sakhana min Equatoria. Come on, that you min Bahar Al Ghazal. Can I calm down? Khali finish our hila. Alright, go ahead, brother. Equatoria first. I got Gadijiri, I just can suck and bijiri.
I agree with Dominic. The land value is important everywhere. It's not only Equatoria alone.
I agree.
And I agree with you on that. And I think the issue of land, the difference, because the question that was asked by Odiso, what is the difference between the land in Upper Nile and the land in Bahr Ghazal? I think the issue in Upper Nile and Bahr Ghazal, they have some land dispute among the communities, which actually can be addressed through the consensus, and communities have to sit down and talk, and they can come to, because they know their boundaries, local boundaries always, the communities, they know where the boundaries stand. And I think if they sit down and talk as the neighbors, yes, as the neighbors, they can resolve that. But the issue of Equatoria here, the issue of Equatoria is different, because the issue of Equatoria
is it different? Why is it different?
It's relate regulation. Whether we are follow the land distribution. That's what it is.
Manon, I don't think you know. Manon, it's a clueless. You're clueless. Yeah, you're clueless. Let me stop you there. No, who clueless? Because Madaya Udari Giblana Constitution ta America ta Jiba Takir. But go ahead.
Why not? If it is South Sudan, why did they regulate from South Sudan? Mama pan bitamona jangda like all South Sudan. Why should it be a problem with that? And by the way, Malakal and Upper Nile is just like Greater Equatoria. Why should it be different? Yeah?
Come on, yeah, Dominic, they got to exaggerate. Come on, Malu, yeah. Come on, yeah.
I already said, Dominic, that the land, the Upper Nile, is to deal with the local boundaries. That's why I said it. But if we come to Equatoria, where is the dispute of boundaries here with other communities? I don't see it. I see there is some displacement. There's some displacement, people, individual who came.
Who did the displacement? Who did the displacement? Who did the displacement, Yamanon? Demunia did the displacement. Terina Salak. Manon said something important. Who did the displacement of Equatorians?
I don't mean Equatorian. I mean those.
Matanut. It's a good task.
either Kawaris or
don't go to the nonsense of everybody. We were talking about the Equatoria. You said you displacement.
Exactly. You said thank you. Yeah, Manon, ita banafsa gulta, ita ya jibta bakash makajara ma recorded. Ita gulta Equatorian, the problem of Equatoria, the displacement.
They went there during the wartime. If somebody feeding somebody can be addressed. Not a case.
Kali Dominic Kali put his point yala nigi nesma. Dominic Kali kalam kalama shadiki tarudalo. Go ahead, yeah, Manon. Go ahead, Ashan Dominic Rudele.
Example of normally because during the war, people actually leave their area due to insecurity. Either they went to refugee camp or whatever. And if you come back, you find somebody sitting in your area, something can be addressed legally. It's not a land dispute. It's something to do with people come and sit in your place because you were not there. And if you come back and you produce evidence that in your place, they have to move. They have to relocate. That's what it is.
Keep quiet. Now keep quiet. And what happened in Malakal? Was it not a land dispute?
It's the communities. It's the communities' boundaries. It's the communities' boundaries, what I know.
Communities? And now before
can you prove to me that is a community boundaries? These all these must and boundaries.
The community when they wanted to create a democratic state.
Manon, you are in denial.
Now go out of this land.
Manon, you are in denial.
When these people wanted to come from there. By the way, this is my ancestral land. This is where my mother come from. Whether this is Papa Mogali, and where name Papa 91. Papa 91 is actually Papa Mogali. This is Mogali area. Agayali. You guys don't know it. Madi are not community. They are communities. When the Kambor went there as a community, they wanted to create demographics in this area. It is not a community. And they're not displacing people. When the Madi went to come, how many chiefs are killed? From Ajugo is my direct uncle.
Did the dispute that the land is not belong to communities of Madi?
Yes, they said that.
Did they say that?
Dinka Madi.
Did they say that?
Yes.
Yeah, Manon tagad fair to bullet. Sorry guys, my network cut off again. Bear with me.
Who is a South Sudanese?
South Sudanese is composed of 64 tribes.
Citizens with aware. God created us.
Somebody wants to create it as a good day to put my bedeng and Bakara.
They are need to
because they want to be part of Denga. Why I hit you? Why should I
because it is why you're Paramondia.
If I hit you, the man is not crazy. Somebody wants to be a part of it.
It happened.
It is only one.
Manon, it got it false. Manon, you're not beneficial. Mr. Manon. Yeah, Manon, you're not beneficial. Let's listen to
In simple words, Manon is saying it's a hate actually. What you're doing is a hate. Because the truth is, you're a person with your identification, with your tribe. You're somebody from a tribe. You're somebody from a place called Upper
He's
Nile.
just pure tribal.
And the fact that
he's tribal.
Yes, the fact that you find yourself that you have to have so much, to decide about the land and a region of people that has nothing to do with you. You see, has nothing to do with you. You're not even native to that place. This is a hate. To go displace them, to argue the case about how they distribute their land and how their land should be allocated and which land is just a desolate land or these people have been displaced, and yet these people are displaced by you. You see, this is part of your plan. You're part of the plan as well. I meant you.
That's why they say thank you, Didi. Sorry to cut you. That's what Carol Berger.
The fact that you're not from.
Yeah, Carol Berger said that the Dinka hegemony is clear. They are trying to dominate and take lands of others. So you cannot deny that, Manon. Ashin kida umbare tu fatah tu ghurfa kan tu korko foko kullu. Allah akbar nadi sabah. Itu gulto, you know what? This.
What I was responding here,
but let Dominic finish his point. Ashin indana two guests.
Where I'm Dominic here, I'm saying to Dominic, so that
No, it's big wrong. I should get it to homeless. What the heck? Wallah, that's not logic. Hold on. Equatorians. Kada basa sama kalam da? Kada sama kalam da kois. Hold on. Equatorian, kada sama kalam da kois. Kada manu repeat your word again? Kan ita gulta shinu? What is wrong to be Madi? Ita min yato hela? Kada gule, ita kata turutan Madi? Ita say homeless. Yeah, Jack, ita mandak balad. Ita prove yourself you don't have a country. Keep quiet for a second. Khali Equatorian talk. That's why in Equatorian they didn't develop Tana. Go ahead, Dominic.
You can be Madi in Upper Nile or Barangazal.
Asma, makun khawaja mara wahid. Kun white man. You know, gula khana ana a white person. Don't even talk about deny. Good luck. Khali Dominic Kamil. يلا عشان كده انتوا عندكم صعب مشكله صعب. I don't think we're gonna live together.
That is why I say some of these terrible kids, young guns, yeah, and these people who are brought, and I heard a lot of nonsense. Oh, you are the reason why this country is dead. You have raised our blood pressure, and I wanted to tell you that you will never be Dinka. You see, when we are talking about ancestral land, we are talking about identity. We are talking about people. You must have an anchor.
Exactly.
From dust you come, and to dust you will go. You know where my father was buried? My father was buried in his own ancestral land. And that is my wish. Itu derinti shilu kalawi ubitade lakini udam bitaida to am shuktu mahal girib maabui saida that turgut that. When we talk about land is an existence. It's not something. And then Junub is not a utopic concept. Keras bitat nas. You know, to be people have to be produced. And I wanted to challenge South Sudanese, and even our brothers who are in Equatoria. I like what you guys are doing, and I will come to the room. It is not a hit. Wala sakhana wala haram. I will check. Kan buniyat. Zaman na kuna blatla min haflat kida kan billah. Ya kada gona kan kan gida Maria la gwin. Ala, ito bentala.
Dominic, it is all the mashakala zaira. Ita kuda get dug nas jamit. Thank God I never met you that time.
And so going forward, and to conclude,
Damn.
Disintegration with Sudan is possible. Why? It's because of the attitude. Some kids of the country. And I see the desperation, and I wrote earlier, desperation is really sickness. You guys wanted to prove the impossibility. You can't climb a ladder. You have to go from dead. Understand? Unless otherwise it will be Superman. Wallah, you know Superman. Yalla اللي بتحصل احنا بنشاكل وكده and I am telling her I have this year that is my threshold 2013 and a good is an extension there has it and I have given my word to son of Equatoria who we are and I will tell you and I will try to mobilize our people the other ways يرفضني حتى من حاجة اسمه جبهة الخلاص I don't even care. I was once an SPLM and before an SPLM I was a Southern Front member. إذا في حزب تاني يوم تاني جاء اسمه Southern Front كان في جنوب السودان ده أو حزب علينا كنا فوق. أنتوا بتعرفوا الكلام ده but I am now telling you as a matter of fact and the حزب كان أبو حدنا يشتغل فوق. To conclude again, in the Ecuadorians, after a move without words, I know there's a lot of divided Finas big if a clubhouse they did that you talk to them, they don't know. But the benefits of that is that you give them so that they can know what is happening. They will come back to you. And they will listen to you. All this kind of stuff. I always talk of a critical mass. What is it? You know, it ain't a gadia, but I can in the gadia, but I put the nation gadia, let us all, even European cool, let us come. And I always give the model with Ethiopia. He who understands should know it. Yeah. From the critical mass. Put us all into gadia down. And we put it in the table. It is not akin to one person. It is all of us. Lord Tarabeza Kulana Duk Tarabeza. The Uchangari Kul is a fiso Kuluzol can Galagat Kuluzol Tala Galagat with their Butu Tarabeza. Ashanin and the show. Demonia Biatan Galagat with Azola Tan. Ashanin and Natala Zerbitat Kuluzol. One of Bakim Bagisa. They are feel. Inas Catalo feel. يعني في زول تماو دخل جوا فيل وقاعد يقطع لحم ودر قاعد على كبده اشتركوا في زول قاعد قاعد برا بعد التايم ممكن تطلع من هناك قاعد قاعد بتاعه قاعد برا الزول تطلع بس قبل ما موت تطلع بالسكين وقاعد يطلع اي زول جنبه بتاعه. Understand? This is desperation.
Don't copy it. Don't copy it. You don't know how to explain it well.
Mayor did Torak Biji. Kali Kalim Gisabita.
Is the Dinka is the only people in South Sudan.
Asma Dinka Shab Suksik Tamundari. Ana ma indi jiha Tamundari. Sarafta ajata ana jamit. Hata aje Shah Ahmar de kama matansa. Go ahead, Dominic.
And when the Dinka come to South Sudan, and I am very happy that Julius is here. As a historian, he will come and tell you how the Monya, and when it comes, please give him the ample time so that he can explain when did even the young come to South Sudan. We are Luos. When we are talking about the history of South Sudan, I'm a Lua. One Lua,
if you are Lua, I'm Lua too, Dominic. I'm Lua too. You don't know that? You know? Thing is mixed with
Asma, Madea Mushkela Zato. Ita kambezol gala na Lua, ya Rabbana. Nazo deni garibu halo ma Equatoria baya tariga. Thank you, brother Dominic. Asma ya Menon. Ita lazim talasik ma Equatoria bes kuren.
No, I'm serious. I'm Lua actually. I have Lua. I'm not doing 100%.
No,
my grandmom is Jurshol, is from Jur, from Umbili.
Yeah, you are not Jurshol.
Even my family name is called Yubul Abad. Abad, you know, Abad is not a Denga. It's from Jurshol.
Asma, so let the guy uniform tani jadi dejek lanu kai independent jai.
Asma. Now you go like Nyanduo or Amshi the Ukuki, Ushala, and tell Ushala. You see, when a young you see this Unge. When he was dying, Unge, and I have a son who is called Unge, by the way. See, when Ajongo was dying, he said, go and bury me to my place and ancestral land. That's how we the Luos are. You see? And by the way, Luo, Nas Hagan, Nas Bitat Hak. Mafi Luo Bismum Zoltan, but this Hagan. And that is us, we are outspoken. So I can't Luo Bita Baragazan. Wale Luo Bita Western Baragazan, Luo Bita Equatoria, Luo Bita Ata Ana Akwai, Ana Somonile Gidi Akwai, Al Akwai Al Kabir. Sibo Akwai Agadada, Akwai because one Akwai Nigelo. It took Tala, little Bantabu.
Thank you.
Because there is a historian here, let us leave it to them.
Yes, let's give a chance to Maria Aldita Wanumin Gibelik Montazir. And thank you for your patience. Mr. Maria Aldit, you're welcome. Go ahead, لو عندك سؤال ولا عندك any تعليق في كلمات الجبال اللي نتكلم عنه. And then please expect some of interjection, but you still will have a chance to speak. Feel free and welcome to the Equatoria Nation or Great Equatoria Nation Forum. So thank you for joining us. Welcome.
Well, thank you. The first mistake I did actually, the reason I gave I skipped myself and gave the place for Dominic, and Dominic went in to unite all the laws and whatever, going back for them on and took all the. You know what? I learned the lesson. It won't happen again. First and foremost, let me to greet you, my fellow citizens and my brothers and sisters, Odese, Didi, Kifaya, going to CG, Warrior, Scoba, and the list goes on. Honorable Manon, and the rest. I'm just going to go straight into the topic: disintegration, self-determination, prophecy in administration. I'm going to say these things. Every citizen in the planet, in this face of Earth, has a right for the self-determination. This is something that everyone have to dream for. However, you have to have the right channel to address it. And this is the thing that I need to hear from my brothers. How will you want to acquire your self-determination? And from who? Would they say?
Are you asking me? All right.
Exactly.
Repeat your question again. Let's go. Repeat the question again.
I said,
before this man goes on, I just like to give you a little bit hint of him because it's part of the rules, the pioneers of the rules that were anti-Equatoria. So
okay.
I would love to hear his. It's a short one.
So we Jin Council member. So yeah. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, I will skip the question that he asked because really, actually, these people acknowledge us as a nation. That's why they keep wanting to have citizens in Equatoria. Did you see? They acknowledge us as a nation. That's why they are fighting to be citizens of Equatoria. So, but I'll skip that question. Let's go.
Go ahead, Mayardit. الله يسلمك على مسمى. I hope انك تاك جاهز ومنديل جاهز عشان جاي نرد لك بعد شوية. اتفضل.
Yeah, just a second. Let me. Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna play his. Okay, yeah, play sound bitac.
What question are you gonna ask and you haven't talked yet? No. You see, you are asking a question and he hasn't said any point. Okay, discipline first and then you will ask. Please.
He's been disciplined before he
go ahead.
Okay, this is the point I want to raise it here clearly. I have said yesterday, at some point, people, when they get confused to the point that they could not even have a valid point that they want to raise it as a concern, people tend to really dwell on a very, something could be really, could make no sense. Why I'm saying this? Now, we all know around the globe, wherever you're born, okay, that place will qualify you as a primary citizen for that place. So I don't see why will it be a question for Dinka child or Noel child that's born in Equatoria should not get qualified as an Equatorian by birth. Okay, that's and that itself it will double the right of the citizenship. Okay, if you are a South Sudanese citizen, you shouldn't have any question to raise it. Where will these kids come from? Even if he's born in Equatoria, born in a will, born in where, born in any part of South Sudan, that shouldn't be a problem at all. That's where is the sovereignty that all those geographical locations that those people belong to have the right to just claim it. That's something should not even have to be discussed. Like John Oshan coming in and saying, look, if you're born here, you're not in this and this. This is why I said yesterday, our brothers and sisters are so confused to the point that they have no idea what they are really trying to raise here or talking of. Anyway, I will stop there because I don't want to dominate the discussion.
Okay, that's where he stopped. Did you see how this one, how he condescended?
Yeah, I'm ready for him. I'm ready for him.
We don't have chance.
I'm ready.
I'll leave it here by saying just that, just a bunch of bunch of ignorant, illiterate people that just appeared in America from the bush, from the, how when when they came after the secession from Sudan at large, they were begging and they were crying. They were humiliated that the fact that there was no city in Upper Nile, there was no city in Bahr al-Ghazal, but the results that Bahr al-Ghazal and Upper Nile was not moving forward because of them. Because of them, they are responsible. They are very much responsible in the chaos that is happening over there. So they remain a people that have never evolved. So they appeared in America out of the blue. And then now they're talking things that doesn't make logic, doesn't make sense, doesn't add up. Because now they're talking from the sense of America, a colonized country, you see? The colonized West that they're living in, and they're trying to compare it with what is happening in a native land in Africa, whereby, the earlier part I was in my speech I was saying that we are Africans and Africa is our native land, and why we played I played the Nisikulele of Africa. You see that unless you want to colonize, if you're gonna come up and colonize me, now I don't see you as a brother. I don't see you as an African. I see you as a colonizer, and the line is being crossed. You see. So this is where I'll leave it here. You guys all heard him.
You play it again. Again. You see, I agree what you have said. These guys are dummies. They have never learned from anything that they have lived. And you see, they are helping you, by the way, because they are telling you that you're a nation.
Well, I don't think Dominic. That's even far from.
Wait. That's why I wanted you to play it again.
Okay, yeah, play it again, Didi. Play it again.
I'm just wanting to back
Wait. Let me listen, guys. Listen.
No, Marial, Dominic.
I know you want to make a point here. That is fine.
No,
it's being recorded. It's being recorded. It's there. And you're going to have your own chance to go through it. You can really revise it. And
I'm happy the nationalist because they are nationalists.
You're having the.
Okay, guys, I got it.
My correction.
I got it here.
Play it again.
On a very
my correction here.
Okay, just listen, guys.
Nena, listen.
Guys, just 1 minute. I'm playing it.
Yeah, listen critically, because it's not qualifying you to be a nation. Because of people who are born in a place, they will have a nationality. You see, it is you to determine to give them the nationality or not. That's why I'm saying these guys are dummies. So you play it.
You guys, I think you're taking this thing quite emotional.
No. You see, you are asking a question, and he hasn't said any point. Okay, finish first, and then you will ask. Please. Go ahead.
Okay, this is the point I want to raise it here clearly. I have said yesterday, at some point, people, when they get confused to the point that they could not even have a valid point that they want to raise it as a concern, people tend to really dwell on a very something could be really could make no sense. Why I'm saying this? Now, we all know around the globe, wherever you're born, okay, that place will qualify you as a primary citizen for that place. So I don't see why will it be a question for a Dinka child or a Noel child that's born in Equatoria should not get qualified as an Equatorian by birth. Okay? And that itself it will double the right of the citizenship, okay? If you are a South Sudanese citizen, you shouldn't have been a question to raise it. Where will this kid come from? Even if he's born in Equatoria, born in a will, born in where, born in any part of South Sudan, that shouldn't be a problem at all. That's where the sovereignty that all those geographical locations that those people belong to have the right to just claim it. That's something should not really have to be discussed, like John Oshan coming in and saying, look, if you're born here, you're not in this and this. This is why I said yesterday, our brothers and sisters are so confused to the point that they have no idea what they are really trying to raise here or talking of. Anyway, I will stop that because I don't want to dominate the discussion and over and over. Thank you, team.
Hi. Sorry, my mic.
Wow.
What a contradiction.
Yeah,
Have you seen it? Have you seen it?
Seen what?
yeah.
Yeah.
Can I finish my
They tell
Can I
us
finish
that
my
you want to
contribution?
have
Asma Jeng kasar kata fi kafa sai kare.
Basically, guys, Equatorians have no valid, nothing valid to say, and that's why what we are saying makes no sense. So people are not dying, they're not going over there, they're not doing occupation, they're not killing us, they're not doing all this. The only thing that we're concerned about that they are coming to our place to be, they have the legit right to be in Equatoria, and they are born there, and then at the end of the day we're rejecting them. Just like if they were to be in US, a colonized land, that give them, even in US, they're getting deported back. You become a citizen, and you get deported back. What does that tell? What does that tell you about these people? So I will leave it here. Thank you.
Lady, I just wanna say something real quick, if you guys can allow me. Then I will wait for my
turn. Go ahead, Julius. You're welcome. Feel free. And then after that, Mayor Lid, you're gonna answer. You're gonna talk on. Yeah, go ahead, Brother Julius.
Oh, thank you very much. Actually, he talked about citizenship by birth. First of all, Equatoria is not a country. Then those who came from Barghazal to have to acquire Equatorian citizenship. He said that's Equatorian confused. He's the one who's confused because Equatorian is still a part of South Sudan. The second thing, he talks about if like Equatoria is a land that Dinka have a right to claim it. You know what I mean? So if you're born in Equatoria and you are a Dinka by birth, or you're from Upper Nile, technically you have a land in Upper Nile or in Bahr Ghazal. So you belong to those areas because we know South Sudan, we are made of tribes, and every tribe they have their own region and all their own, their own county. Everybody have his own county in South Sudan. So whatever you born, even I live in Australia. If a Chinese ambassador child was born here in Australia, he cannot become Australian because he's still a Japanese. Only United States and United Kingdom who have a right to give the citizenship by birth, but all countries doesn't do that. So you just need to understand the difference between citizenship and resident, because it looks like you're mixing up between the two. So thank you.
Exactly, Maulana. That's why I was trying to tell these people. The guy is talking about citizenship. And I was telling these guys that they are qualified to be a country.
No, I'm fine my point. And in the different interpretation. Yes, sir.
correction?
Manon, hold on. Manon, hold on. Merdit, hold on. Can I respond best quickly? Dominic, quickly, I shall net the first element. I know what I'm gonna answer to.
This is what I was telling you. And the moment they were talking about citizenship. Citizenship, Hindu, you will never be a citizen. You will never be a citizen of any other country. So they have qualified you to be a country. They are mixing issues. Ashakira na kuta del bodi angkat safi dia zone. Itu ka inti daya ugol bitako. Manas ma biaru kwa haja. Khas chapter bitat wide. Wasting his time.
You're right, Dominic, because he said Equatoria, by birth, you can be an Equatorian by birth. In that way, you have a double citizen, meaning you can be a South Sudanese and an Equatorian.
Exactly.
That's what he said. And because to prove that, he said because we have sovereignty.
Okay, they kalam fi video. Mata forget, this is an audio that it was played. Okay, so we want to hear from him right now. Yes, I don't disagree. Let's hear him. I have a response. Don't worry, because also I have a different concept on this. But go ahead. Would there be proof something also Caroline Berger have mentioned? And Equatoria, sometimes they neglect it. Anaka, Equatorian nationalists, I want Equatoria to open their eyes and ears carefully, because every word that come up from Meryl did, just look at it. It resembles what we're standing for. Go ahead. Just go ahead. Speak, my friend. Don't feel shy. Don't feel like can fi arak bas shilek mandil ya salam sahu. Ukalim kalamak.
I thought you guys, people were actually were ready for a very constructive sort of debate, but it seemed like
malu kaman ana mana zanak zenas delek zenas jamus ما يدرس لا تقول لنا قال كونسر انا ما عرفت انها من الكشن شتمناك هنا قاعد نقول لك عندك الفرصه تتكلم.
The thing here, this guy is deflecting.
I know, but no, ما خليه قاعد يكرر كذا ده يكرر. وعارف سخانة جاي.
To finish up the sentence,
we give you the chance to speak, Marianti, because you know what, we were building your case, we were giving you the evidence of what you're saying, and we build your case.
That's fine.
Now you take
that's fine.
here.
That's fine.
Yeah.
And madarin dodgy. Don't be dodgy. Don't be flip flop.
Some of you guys, let me just finish my. If you're respecting the constructive debate, just allow, even if you know that I'm not going to say anything that will make sense to you, just give me that minute
What
to.
is the constructive debate in a mountain model? What is the constructive?
They were giving people yesterday 1 minute.
I know some of you, some of
us, you know,
1 minute yesterday.
And they tricked me, did your audition, and
Yeah, I know.
oh my God.
Asma, ya jamaa adu fursa shama ikore. Asma, ya jamaa bas ya jamaa asa Salva Kiir bitmarad hina. Kadana adu fursa shama itmarad iftah lana room asa يكوركو فوق باسم بتاعنا اوديسيس اتيكا ايكوتوريا قاموا قال لنا قال يعمل لنا خلي انت تعرف ناس قاعدين يقوموا توالي في روم. اسمع let's hear from him. Let's hear from the horse mouth. اتفضل يا مارديت.
Okay, thank you. This is the point here. In every debate you have to listen. It's because الحوار يعني الرأي والرأي الآخر. إذا كان أنت ما قادر يعني تقبل الرأي الآخر يكمل كلام الهو ده يقوله.
أسحب
خلاص دقيقة بس بليز دقيقة. Just keep quiet for 1 minute. Keep quiet for 1 minute, please.
أسحب ما قادر ده. ما قادر شنو يا أخي؟
يا أخي أنت ما قادر، لأنه أنت أصلاً أنت تكلمت الحاجة اللي الشتائم.
لا اسمع ما في زول شتمك. لا ما يرديد انت ظلمت زول. ما في زول هنا شتمك at all. We respect you. هنا ما شتمناك والله ربنا شاهد ما شتمناك.
خلاص أنا I've been quiet for 45 minutes after you gave me.
دومينيك خليه كده يتكلم. دومينيك اديه فرصة يتكلم بس. ما مشكلة خليه يتكلم كلامه دير. خليه تقول شيء شيء فوق بس خليه go ahead نسمعك. عندك time بس once you finish you feel free to خلاص وصلت. كان في حاجة إنه we have to ask you politely, we have to interrupt you if في question عندنا لأنه في كلام كان got out.
That will be great, but
okay.
I only really chance.
Okay, اتفضل. هسه feel free. اتكلم.
أنا أقول يا جماعة يعني إذا كان في فكرة بتاعت الانفصال بتاعت الإقليم الاستوائية، فهذا هدف يعني دي حاجة يعني من حقوق بتاع أي شعب، لكن أنت لازم تكون عندك القضية اللي أنت بخليك تنادي بالانفصال، ولازم قضيتك ده يكون قضية مقبول وأنت بتطالب من انفصال من مين؟ أوكي؟ إذا كان الطلب بتاع الانفصال ده أصلا ناس ما قادرين يوصفوه توصيف يعني توصيف that will make sense, then people here will not be able to actually move an inch. That's the question I asked. That's the question I asked earlier. If you are trying to acquire, if you are demanding to have the right for self-determination, then who are you asking that right from? From who? Okay, if you asking it from, if you asking it from the sovereign state of the Republic of South Sudan, then that's fine. You have to admit yourself at first place that you are a South Sudanese citizen. Okay? And then you have the problem with the state of the South Sudan. And then that problem with the state of South Sudan should be addressed by a political demand. It's not just something someone can just jump here and there, and and you want to raise out, we are going for this. I'm saying this is just an empty call that will not even have a value.
يا ميرديت سوري قاطعك. كلام انت قاعد تقوله ده ما قاعد make sense. بس انت نسأل انت قاعد تتكلم في حاجات كده just out of topic. Okay, نرجع لكلامك. أنت قلت
superiority complex. Superiority complex.
and I understand he's trying to complicate the situation.
This is ignorant at its best.
The Arabic version.
Because look, yeah, it's just the thing is it would have been better probably if he spoke it in the language and then we got it the third party translated. Because this man is not South Sudanese, isn't he? He didn't know anything about the secession of Sudan, of South Sudan from Sudan. For him asking us this kind of question, this is below than ABC to ask somebody how are you gonna get that. A man that is separated from another country is asking you how are you gonna get that. That means you're gonna come here, you're gonna ask this and stuff. That's what I'm saying. He's not really. That's not superiority. But this is just
okay. This is the point. This is the point I'm saying here. Because why I'm saying this?
What point are you saying?
The only problem that I know. Okay, the only problem that I know the entire region of Equatoria are complaining about it. They're talking about that's the Dinka being oppressing them. The Dinka has been doing this, and the Dinka has been doing this. And the Dinka themselves, they are not the only occupant of that nation. That nation is a composition of 64 plus. Okay. If that is the problem, then you're dealing a problem with unidentified enemy. If your enemy is instead of South Sudan or your enemy is a Dinka, that's something you need to define it clearly here.
Can I say like
64 tribes, 40 something tribes is coming from Equatoria. The rest are coming from the other.
64.
You are not making a logic, Marial. You go and learn here. Who is talking? Go and learn. Go and you guys go to school. Go and learn. Go.
What school do you want me to go to, my brother Dominic? If you cannot get to the point to convince.
Okay,
if you cannot get to the point to convince someone.
Good morning, Sister Shiva. How you doing? Good to see you. We're in Clubhouse arguing with this some of the radical Jin Council. They're making a headache.
I'm not going to know.
Point of order, Jama. Point of order. Naida. Dominic Didi. The Giga. Dominic Didi. Best hold on. Mayor did. Ana jadik fursa. Okay. Tasal. Okay. That's Ani. Hold on. Asani swalak direct. Ana bijawab la anu shunu. Ana list zatu ma did job die, and then everybody was giving an answer. But you said you want to confront me in a question. So Ana mustahid. Lakin you gotta also prepare for my question to you before some questions that I can answer you. But اتفضل كمل كلامك لأن سؤالك ده ذاته kind of like lost in the air. Can you repeat the question, or if you have another question you want to ask me, if you feel you're not comfortable to ask me this the same question, you can ask me another question and I will answer you. Want to put a hard question to you.
That's fine. This is what I said earlier. I said in this planet where we live, every man born in this phase of earth has the right to call for the self-determination. There is nothing to not allow you to have it, but you have to acquire it from the right place. Okay? For example, if you're taking example of South Sudan, secession from Sudan, that was quite clear. Okay? So we know South Sudanese were a faction, and the North or government of Sudan was faction. But South Sudanese were not fighting like Jalin. They were claiming that we want to get secession from Jalin, and so they were calling their own self-determination from the mother home called Sudan. Okay? If you are having the same procedure that you want to follow here, then you have to have a case. And I'm asking you, if you have a case, okay, you need to define it so I can also support you. That's what I really want to do. I'm not calling you. I'm not going to force you to be with me by force. Okay? So the question is this. The Republic, what do you call it? The Republic, Federal Republic of Equatoria. That's the name?
Don't worry about the name. Just go ahead. It's going to be an Equatorial nation, yes. Okay. It's going to be a Equatorial nation. It doesn't matter if it's a federal republic or whatever, communist, whatever. I
want to get the right name.
It's Equatoria, Greater Equatorial Nation. Just call it Greater Equatorial Nation. That's it.
Okay. I want to give it the right name. You guys are not familiar with the name. You did not define the name. How are you going to?
My friend, the name, I like to say it. Into elementary يا جماعة. I think that's why عشان كده. Yeah, CJ, you wanna say? اتفضل. Hold on, Mrs. Yeah. Hold on.
Hello.
Yeah, انت سميت القصايد ده كله صح؟ اوكي اتفضل. دقيقة ما انت هتدي question تاعك.
Listen to me carefully. Many oppressor. Who's the oppressor in that country? When the colonial, the colonial, المستعمرين لما دخلوا البلد ده, did you ask from when they went on occupying the land of Africa? Have you ever asked that? So why are you dodging the issues? Yeah. There is nothing called dodging here, my brother. I'm telling you, you have to be oppressor. Who's doing all that dirty things in that country? Let us do this with a kind of intellectual.
No, but that's simple question. Yeah, it's a the intellectual.
Like a sweet boy that
اسمع ما يردد ده ما شارع قاعد يقول لك منو قاعد يقتل يغتصب ويوكيباي لاند ناس ثانيين.
Who's the occupier? Who says, we are going to build a nation? Excuse me. One person will make sense.
Okay, اسمع أسأل السؤال للCJ هو بيديك answer. Go ahead. CJ is the moderator. So listen, احنا ما قاعد ندخل في ما قاعد نكوب ناس تحت. احنا قاعد listen to you. We respect what you say, but also respect us.
Nobody also, listen carefully. I am. Write it down. I can take a note. No, you don't.
I don't care if you take note. Please just focus on the question. انت داير تتكلم مع ناس انت مشوه.
Young nation دي ناس منو؟ ناس اللي قالوا يقولوا انه خلقونا عشان نحكم دي ناس منو؟ That is what we mean. If you know yourself, you have to understand it. First of all, there is no country. You're a failed state. We have never established a country ever since 2011, gentlemen. There is no destur. A constitution cannot be written by one individual. A country cannot have an army, a tribal army. You understand? So you are now an occupier. You didn't respect yourself. When we were living under one Sudan, everybody was respecting himself. There was a rule of law, where everybody has to be in this area. We were kingdoms, chiefs. Everyone wanted to understand. You need to understand that, the behavior you take time with that, this will one day put you out of this land. You seem to be an invader. You're not a South Sudanese in the first place, neither an Equatorian. So you need to understand that, what you are doing. Time is in essence, anytime soon, you will be out of that country. You will find yourself out of that country. We know who you are. During the colonial time, الإنجليز كانوا بيجيبوا ناس من مناطق مختلفة. They used to bring people from different areas. Remember, look to the India. They used to bring people from anywhere, and then those savages, al-killers, ناس اللي بيقتلوا ناس وكده, they will throw them anywhere they like. So that was the kind of thing بتاعنا. When you come to that country, you can't go to Moya. Today you began to claim, man, لا ما داري نقعد في موية. أنا طلعنا من بور. You know what bor is? When you get to my house, you start raping my wife, doing all these dirty things. What do you expect me to say? What should I say? We step into Equatoria to get his land. They may call it Dinka. Why not? You know what Israelis are saying? You're now bringing the Israel and the Palestinian complex into that land. That is a virgin land. You have never had land in that time. So you should have respect yourself. It's unfortunately respect yourself, guys. You went on, al-akil al-adokro, the food we have given you, the guy who has given you the food, you went on cheating on it. That is too dirty. So you know yourself. Thank you.
Go ahead,
Okay,
yeah.
can I talk now?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Just anyway, if you feel relief saying all those things,
عليك انا اسمع ما دارين لأما يتكلم باحترام، اتكلم بوضوح. It's not about relief ما relief. اسمع انا عرفت عندكم لأما بتاعكم بتاع ناس، ما عندكم لأما بتاعكم بتاع ناس جين كانسل ده. Hold on يا مايرديد. Hold on يا مايرديد. Yeah, go.
اسمع ما تعرف المنتاليتي بتاعك ده. لحظه، المنتاليتي بتاع بي جيز ده ما تمشي به وتستير في اي محل عاوز سكوت عاوز تعمل سيد. You are nothing. انت المفروض تنزل زول زي ما تدوا فرصه. احنا ما نتكلم عن المستعمر ما تكلمنا معه، اتكلمنا معه بعصايه. تعرف كيف؟
انا فهمت. Okay. اسمع Mariel did we give you this is listen. Okay, انت كان تتكلم باحترام، اتكلم بالذوق. No, hold on. ما كان اسمع انت في بيت زول تاني. اي hold on لحد يوم القيامه. بس خليك عندك تحترم نفسك. انت جاي في بيت زول، اوكي؟ يعني انت فيك تضحك، لكن انا قاعد اديك انذار لان احنا بنحترم. احنا عندنا الكفاءه الاحترام. يا اسمع insulting شنو؟ انت ما شفت insult. انت ما شفت insult يا جاك. انت ما شفت insult. اسمع انت لما في غرف بتاعكم دقيقه. mute yourself. Yeah. Okay, دقيقه Mr. CJ. No, hold on, Mr. CJ. I wanted to speak something. I know. All right. Let me speak. What Mr. CJ is saying correct, but one thing I want to say. اديت فرصه لميار ديت على اساس انه هو يكون عنده الوعي انه يفهم ان احنا من debate regardless how حتى هو قاعد يشوفني انا كعدو بتاعه. You know, even enemies have respect. But when you coming here عامل نفسك superior over others by marking. لان انا قاعد اشوف غرفكم. Damn it. Sorry. الروم بتاع هنا ده قاعد يقطع معي والله. I apologize guys. Hold on a second. خليه يفتح معي تاني. يا جماعة أنا آسف. hold on. الغرفة بتاعي قاعد يقطع معي هنا الإنترنت. أنا بس نقول إحنا ادينا الفرصة الاحترام مستر ميارديد على أساس إنه يعرف إن إحنا we have a principle. We give everybody the right to express themselves. فأنت كمان احترم، ما تيجي تلفظ لنا بألفاظ لأمة، لأنه we see your room. إحنا شفنا الروم بتاعكم. أنتوا نزلتوا ناس. يا أخونا روبرت he's been there in your rooms and you drop him, and so many Equatorians البيجي try to debate with you. انتوا بيجي تعملوا تنهير، تعملوا ديكتاتورية واستهتار. In worse than anybody I ever seen did that. You know, انت كان تتكلم احنا نديك فرصة تتكلم. انت قدرت تفهم كلام why we want to separate. So دقيقة. Okay, ميرديت كده let's move to هنا لأنه أنت سؤالك ما هيجي بسهولة. أنت كان عندك سؤال اكتب في ورقة. I really want to finish my point. اسمع عندي سؤال بس ما في point. كان عندك point بتاعك أنا بديك 2 minutes. 2 minutes that's it. If it's okay with you guys 2 minutes. Democracy speak. كان أنتوا كلكم agree هنا في الروم ده 2 minutes for him.
Okay, thank you.
عشان بكرة ما يكوركم في بور هناك يقول يا أخي إيكاتوريان ديكتاتورين. Okay. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. No extra. Okay.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
Put the clock on now.
Yeah, I put it.
The question أنا نسأله إذا كان الشعب اللي
دقيقة. Listen. Your point of was so long. دقيقة. I don't like this. I'm so different. Okay. I'm straightforward. قالوا لك إنت give on your point. Put the point. It mean my you didn't even speak on the topic that we have up there. You coming here, condescending, deflecting things. We build up your case from where, because we had to know who you are. What have you said in the last room? So we brought it to you, but then you turn it into like rejecting things and stuff. That's why it took so long. You understand? Had you just to let us and like your other brother listen to what he said, and then he took from there and then he spoke, that would have been done. So put your point, and then we need to move forward. Don't ask us more questions because your questions, they're not making sense.
I'm not asking question here. I'm saying something. I don't know which language do you want me to speak so you can feel.
Asma, Alakala, please. You know what? Asma, I did Kinzara Khair. That's the last warning. Don't tell me.
If you have a dinka that can speak English properly, bring the person and then he can
Let
translate
him interpret for you.
We
Yeah.
don't mind. Yeah, you can speak and then we can get it from the second part. We can still get it. But if you can speak, if you speak English, speak it.
Asma, yeah, Merdet, just go to the point in the 2 minutes, please. Let's not go far. ما تتفلسف ادخل توالي في الموضوع ادخل في الموضوع ما تتفلسف
I'm not going to be steered by so many steer and then I cannot really respond to one. I'm not responding either. This is what I'm trying to say here. If there is a call for the self-determination, it's something that you have to define it clearly, okay? And when you identify your problem, you put it on the table, okay? And then you should identify who you're talking to. And if you don't know, if you don't have that case, how will you get a self-determination? That I'm asking. How that self-determination will be something possible, okay? By who and from who? There must be two parties there to address the self-determination. So why are you failing not to answer that so we can move the debate forward?
Asma, dema boring.
You answered the question, Kibel, by saying that Equatoria by birth, why not have a double service?
That was a completely different topic.
You know, you are the one who
problem here, I want to get us out of arguments,
That was a completely different topic, and you did not even get the whole content.
It's enough.
You didn't get the whole content. That's what I was talking about.
Okay, let me give you a break. Yeah, Kalas. Let's move on. Let's move on. Yeah, let's move on. Okay, Didi, can you give me a chance? Yeah, let's move on.
Just a second. I was trying to get us out of too much argument. Back and forth. He said he's not asking a question yet. He's asking a question. You gave him that to put on his point so that we can move forward to someone else. He's arguing. So let's just forget about him because he has nothing to say, and then the next person comes.
Okay. And I want to ask you, Mayor did. I apologize. We have to drop you down. I think Menon, we have a question for you because Menon, at least he spoke. You know, who got the answer, got to speak his point. But Mayor did. I think you need to kind of learn how to talk to people respectfully. I have nothing against you, but please, you gotta go down and listen to the people who have maturity to understand. So thank you for coming up. All right. Okay. Brother, Julius, because I see Julius Kangabli. I think Uncle Elder Clement or Julius. So Julius.
I am first
Okay. It's fun. Elder. Okay, Elder. Julius, thank you for your patience. I really appreciate you. It's a great honor to see you here. And, because I know you have a lot to say. So let's hear from Elder Clement and then later come to you. Okay. So, Elder Clement is for the. Thank you.
Thank you, and then next all moderators, brothers up, brothers, sisters up, down, and we say, disintegration. But I could remember that in 1991, when Soviet disintegrated, women could Soviet. So it end up in integration. So it could be possible even for South Sudan to be all blood. You can do that the same if to answer that basically. But let me go to my point. Let him say that I'm Equatoria. Equatoria. And then let me try to build case. Then later on, I will change my color too. Then to become like a South Sudanese. Yeah, let me start as Equatoria. Yeah, Mashak Masana. I just again has up Equatoria. Also again has up South Sudan. As Equatoria, you can feel like there's a lot of discrimination. There's a lot of things going there is not okay, like land grab. So in case of land grabbing, let me start that with boss, President Silva here. Although in J1, of course, there is Equatoria there. It's working with Fraser. But if you take Fraser, Masalan, in terms of land grabbing, I don't know if I can put it right. Masalan, Alga Hassan Lori. Of course, President Endola Denak, and then it's not only that who can bring Afghar in. I don't know if can take it back or not. So because that where Masalan and the land Denak, because that is the Malta barrier, land barrier. So we want to get land Denak, it is kind of like land grab. I don't know if I make this sense here. And then you Afghar, and then from there Masalan can not study more in Aditani. You jam Afghar. And then you put up that matter. That's when the president came. The president started that. You see? And then if you continue to take a look at Urgur, Masa Nisipta president, how much lands or grab Masa Equatoria? There's a lot. And then in continuation of that, even category is just a Rajab. The land of Barina, there's land can almost to grab in our lands there. I don't know. I think they took some of them. And then if you take a look at Serikat, how many Masa Tagumbo then grab it, even to be as if the gender race, I think, Miriams was killed there, go land grabbing, you see. And then if you go to some they grab land, and then they want to extend that even Zola Master Zol Mut Master Memadi was to be denied. So this is what we want to call it. That it became more in and but with a land, Tabana they started and they will jump muscle bed to muscle Hazard the Equatoria. Let me take recent muscle. Aja Hazard the chief. The number of Finati, the Jerd muscle. Another cuts at the night chief. And then the chief that in I don't want to get that. You see? And then as example, for instance, Masa Equatorial, why mean Equatorial capacity? Masa Gom, Masa Rofta Apana, the raw capture in another Master and the Shuru. How should go to fit? And there's not to stop the rocket, Masa Rofi, Rofi Berenuer, Rocket Munde, the Nuer. How this case is going to look like? And then Masa Gom broke up to Masa Chief the Dinka. Matter that will be crazy, huh? And with that, Taban try to build the Nike muscle. And then it's not only that Master Kamakata Gitam have that discrimination in terms of that show muscle. Then take that body chief. You didn't Equatorial can't give full muscle 3 states or other muscle places that almost key from Master Roman try Master Dinka. I don't scare here, I want to build double case. And then number 2, can't you come up with judge? Just most in you can find them all the same try Master Dinka. Even commander must be just just the commanders that go the same as Dinka. And if you wrote to embassy, you see Equatorial must become just why do you the rest come from the same try Master Dinka. You see? And with continuation of that, I just Patal Bossa again has studied. See? Yeah, one time, Masalan, she started in a Masa Yembe. The past Equatorial Tanga, this guy, why I stayed Masa Dinka? Gamina, who doesn't put me. You see? And no longer go after them to the Maraden to Yalbita. And then I still a student to go in, but Minkabla Dinka. It's not only that, machinery. I think Talashabab, one of them happened to be my brother. You see? Talashabab, Mata Shai, when I asked her German, Skara Kumba, syllabus, rules, and then Kato Shabab the Kulu. You see? Was getting here a Dinka. Yeah, I had we are telling Taban the truth with Ayrton Kultam. What's a good Alhaz Tabat, Yakul made Jata Dinka. Dinga Gamma again, the master, the Equatorial. How Equatorial gonna feel? It's not only that. Yeah, you mustn't the country's Equatorial. They decide colors. They want mustn't rule save life or human, to other places. Come on, when they go there from Equatorial, cattle. You see, happened 2 times. Go just the from Equatoria, Kalas. They want to eliminate them. All right. So how Equatoria must as Equatoria ana give feel ke must belong to that must the land must the South Sudan. Ana feel ke. That is not right for me to call for self-determination because I need life. I don't want to lose my life, listen, or lose life of my brothers and sisters at any time. You want to enjoy life and at least you want to take care of it or take care of the life that brother. Last zaman to rubber alright? How are you gonna feel that tonight? So it is really united, and there is more than that person raping. And then keep to go master, be to master, be to go to Equatorial with night. So go December and one life. And then because we ask, okay, why not Equatorial get on crime of the Bagmanati turning? Because the Equatorial they are covered. Well, what is happening? Well, we are too human. Well, okay, that there's a lot of caution there. You see? And then that yeah, and that get over in listen to know where we're heading. Exactly. In all those kind of situations. Yeah. Because I know some market, we acting almost like, we became like animals. We don't, there's too much disrespect, too much, even you don't feel like, they later became parents. Who is this? We couldn't care for myself. And then I let me stop there. This I want to prove that myself. Enemy is destroy myself, body is destroy. So this way can lead myself people can to call myself for self-determination. Then I just could get hustle, and then we put evidence. I think even in today's community will agree with that. And then let me stop there. Let me come as South Sudanese. As South Sudanese, of course, all of us we are 6 tribes, and 64 plus tribe. All of us we are South Sudanese. Okay, cool. Mashakil Masalan. And talk build of the state or nation. People must build a state or nation with love. See? That's the only thing, because there's 2 ways. Either Masanta come to people aggressive, and then people are calling for the self-determination of the Equatorial. In the end, we reach that Tabarakuma reject, and then people take God. Now we want to cut off bad, all right? That's another. And then another way, you want to solve it with a very peaceful manner, with love, so we came together as South Sudanese. You see, although Masala Dingas, the acting bad, Nama Kuka Kulu Dinga, because we think as Masa get the bad. And then we come to the rest Masa brother Masa Dingas authority. You see, you talk to them, Masa nice Masala. You see, because they're human. Of course, they can understand exactly what human means. Say, Masa brother or sisters, say, how do you feel? I get a house of Equatoria. Masa Nasa Nagi Catholic, guy must get Catholic house. Feeling thankful with, I get the cake. Masa we all brothers and sisters. And then we want to be, want to live within one country. As just human being, how do you feel that? Then Masa to provoke. Masa go Zalama Dinka, lay Dinka Biam Kida Kalas Dinka, alright? And then we know ourselves, Masa. Magari we are coward, but we know ourselves because, we are looking for coexistence. And then we want to keep that nation as one country. You see? Because we have a lot, might be even it's not a common, but we can develop ourselves in point that we can be like any other nation. You see? I don't if that one how that one approach would be, because for instance, let me talk about like human capital. Because of course our places there, we come from different Masalan travel background, and then we can educate ourselves, and then we can start build that state together, as South Sudanese. You see?
Sorry again, guys. My network. I'll be back in it in a second.
So now the map is Why not we get along? Who is this thing? You know, then after that we plan. That's what is going. How to master we do discrimination to show. That's what Okuma become very strong, and then our master state. They must take that responsibility with federal government. Plus appointment. If you want to appoint master, huh? Okay.
No, can I interrupt you? Can I interject?
Can he finish and then yeah. Then you can
okay. Okay, Master, we want to appoint so far. Plus, we want to make sure that the Equatoria, the tribe, the Kulu, you know, and then we can come with positive Master discrimination. Master, the other department, department, you see, Master tribe, there's one tribe, Master, the department, Master, can it's about that 5 months. But if there is opportunity, new opportunity, you can bring other tribe. And if there's competition, Master, fit job, Master, open the job. Master apply to Master and do PhD or end masters. But if we see from other tribe, you try to give Master at an end of PS or a PA or in that position, yeah, you can pick that individual and then to mix, you know, rather than take Master into PhD or masters, you know, still a positive discrimination. Just to make that and then we fix. All of us, we are there. Master can't try and try in his state to be one side riders. Can we do that? I don't know. Because I'm ready for challenge as South Sudanese, I represent myself as South Sudanese. But first, I represent myself as Equatoria. So by this, because time comes, so I will start my, I will stop here. And yeah, I will thank all of you guys once again. Thank you.
Oh, Kalaman? Hello?
Yes, I don't know. Thank you so much. Yeah, thanks.
Now, can I speak on?
Yeah, تقول that interject quickly عشان ندي فرصة ندي فرصة لجوليوس.
I wonder تعرف اللي تقدر تتكلم فوق كلام دي معاناة دي حاجة ثانوي. It's something secondary what you're talking about. But the major point is أنا سؤال بتاعي before we could become what's so called South Sudanese إحنا كنا شنو before this country لازم تقول إنه هو South Sudan area اسمه South Sudan before it got annexed لحاجة اسمه السودان. عارف كيف؟ كان إحنا منو؟ Are we South Sudanese? And do you admit أنه في دولة هنا ما في دولة؟ There is a group of people who have come in. زي ريح لما يجي زي موج بيجي الموج بيجي بسرعة جدا جدا. When the flood came extremely يلا قاعد يجي عاوز يشيل ناس. What do? You have to remove that. تعرف كيف؟ المأساة بتاعنا هو مش مسألة أنه القضايا ده everything is clear في بلدك واضح إحنا قاعد نعاني من شنو. في معاناة الحقائق. So you need to define الoccupier أو colonizer ده هو منو. To this day. الحاجة اللي تعاوز إحنا عاوزين نعملها. You have to stop the plot. Stop the plot and then establish حاجة اسمه دولة. And decide your destiny. We've ever said it clear. I know at structure بتاعنا we were 3 provinces which went on, developed into what so called 3 regions. Not until قبل ما نجي prior to عشان نطلع من السودان احنا we were standing as 3 regions. عارف كيف؟ So those 3 regions in every step of the way, even during a negotiation with the CPA, there was something went on wrong. Talata nas stand on the table. There were 3 of them. When ما دايرين قارن كان عشان يمثلوا. They don't want Gering to represent them. It's unfortunate. الأوروبيين قالوا يا أخي, you need to come together so that عشان تقول لكم negotiator As you will be look as one individual, go and discuss your case before Sudan. What happened is that Anu Lamagarang Mashana would dominate Haja. He took everything. And then he started writing all these things. Most of those Equatorian come out, Ukatalum today. Today, they are perished. There ought to be an agreement by that time. It's unfortunate it didn't happen. So that was the silly mistake, Ali Hassan. So today, Fi Haja Ismu, what's so called South Sudan, before we could get out of Sudan, we didn't have this chance. Jamadil Jo, woman hijacked this thing. Nasarasa from the government when they hijacked this. So it a time for when somebody it took a shop, we went and vote, and then all of a sudden, one of us appears to be a conspirator. وجو شال البلد كله. وجا أخذ أي مكان بقوة السلاح, disarming people. What do you do here? What you need to do is to get this guy out. Kamfi kursi kabirina, if there is a big chair, which is called presidency, get him out, establish a government where the three people have to sit down and each has to decide his destiny, where the rest will respect it. Yugoslavia, Lama inherit, when Yugoslavia inherit, when it collapsed, ma kan fi haja ismu ana awis hagim in Yugoslavia. Everybody went on taking his share. And it was through those two superpowers. There was almost a conflict by the time. But things went later on, I had Yamasha peacefully. So this is exactly, what we are for. Now, everything is clear ever since. Even Kerry himself. But then, Kerry Gal,
Mr. CJ, I want to cut you عشان ندي فرصة ما ننسى ندي فرصة للجوريوس.
Listen, only. It was like an occupier. Mungal Jamadelle, Dakhalu Nagde, Ihtilalin, I use my SPLA. It was an SPLA who will fight. There were many factions could still fight. So SPLA as house shield is trying to dominate and Ana Harata. It Harata. It Abeskuta, it was a way out. يعني الحركات بعد مقاومة بعد تحرير السودان تحرير ده كانت عبارة عن دي حالة احنا كنا خديناها هنا كان حركات مقاومة resistant forces. Resistant forces result into what giving the right of the people to go and vote. And if people didn't went to vote, nothing would have been so called الدولة لسه قاعد يقول جماعة قاعد يقولوا لنا اسمه دولة South Sudan. احنا لسه ما اتفقنا. We didn't agree yet. In the name of the country was known as closed district area, as Equatoria, if you wanted to know that. Go to the history and understand it. Now, that's the reason why, that's our point. That's our case here. Conspirators there, they don't want to accept that. So, بالنسبة للراجل هسه قالوا واعي ده احنا عاوزين نحرر منه من الزول البيجتاح المحتل زول الجا ما احترم حاله الكونسبيريتور ابريل كان كونسبيريتور لما مش كان سبب اجريمنت يعتبر خائن لانه الناس شافوه قالوا انه ده اخوهم انت راوي عنده زول عدو ده فبنفس القدر زي ما حصل اللامركزيه نظام اللامركزيه ده اللي بيقولوا كوكورا ده هو الحل الوحيد. So let's نموذج ابسط اثيوبيا واريتريا تمام ده. We want to put this country into this situation where everybody has to take his share and that's it. Should it be peacefully or in another way around? The reason why we're saying repeatedly as Equatorial Civil Association and know everything is on the table. Thank you. So Richard, give me an answer, please. Are we South Sudanese before we could be annexed to Sudan? Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, we are South Sudanese, of course. We are from southern part of that country, Sudan. And then, of course, through, like a few of those reasons I mentioned, so we decide, to just, quit that Sudan, to separate from Sudan. So because the bad governance, too much discrimination, a lot of things in terms of religion, there is many, you can cut them. So we decide to separate, of course. So I don't know, because when we separate, we hope that we want to come enjoy our beloved country of South Sudan, which we struggle for years, you see. And then, of course, if we take a look at other countries, in the beginning, always there's mistakes. And the people try to learn through those mistakes. Okay, we did mistake today, maybe tomorrow we try to learn, correct that mistake, and then move forward. I don't know, of course, a lot of mistakes happen when we get our independence. And it could be possible for us maybe to be instead united and then correct those mistakes. Because even if you see many countries, they went through a lot of pain, a lot of difficulties, a lot of killings. But in the end, they make it through. So I'm trying to ask, so this and again, I just ask that, and then I will stop here.
So, all right, okay. My answer to you is that that country has never been called South Sudanese. It was called the closed district. Those closed districts were an entities, and number, مثلا shifts, mamlakat, مثلا mamalik, وصلات سلطنة. If you could look to Saudi Arabia later, لما الأوروبيين جا قسموه قطع. That was what that country is. We were Equatoria, the area where Equator, في Equator هنا في area ده. That was who we are. مملكات مختلفة أو سلطنة، سلاطين مختلفة. القبائل دي، القبائل الموجودة ده كل زول عنده لغة. Most of those tribes كل tribes عنده لغة، عنده شيب بتاعه وأي حاجة. ده كان الشكل بتاع الدولة ده. That was الشكل ده. Not until الأتراك لما جو قاموا جمعوها كلها في الزمن التركي، سموا منطقة ده إيكاتوريا. عارف كيف؟ فلذلك أنت ما تتعلق بحاجة اسمه شنو؟ Don't hang on to what's so called South Sudan. إحنا we're territory. أنا محلات براو. لو كان
اوكي لازم
مستقلين. لحظة، المفروض يكونوا مستقلين، لكن للأسف الشديد المستعمرين دول لعبوا دور. And then come the establishment of African Union. قالوا أي زول, they went on agree. This was the silly mistake. And أي زول, that each of us respect the situation where he is. When it is a conflict, كانت بينما هو كانت قنبلة موقوتة. يعني إحنا كنا في قنبلة موقوتة. الأفارقة لما مشوا جلسوا في when they went to AU and sit down, African Union, when they go and sit down, they thought when they have solved the problem. They have never solved the problem. They left the problem hanging. The reason why, as a generation today, we're suffering. We can see, as I've just heard, many African countries are now begun to call for their rights of self-determination, to be a sovereign of their own. So, South Sudan, please. Equatoria was a nation before. But our problem today, our main problem, is Equatoria. If you look to Upper Nile Bahr al-Ghazal, those people have got defeated. الناس هلسه قاعد تشوفهم المستعمرين الجدد ده، جعلين الجدد ده, they are now everywhere in that area. They have silenced all those people that Upper Nile Bahr al-Ghazal. So they have silenced them. If you can see them in the clubhouse today, imagine some of them لما إيكواتوريا يطالب بحقه هم قاعد يمشي ضده. البعض بيسكتوا. The others kept silent. عارف؟ Others went on provoking. عارف كيف؟ لذلك ده الوضع اللي احنا فوقه. So we need to come back to the area where we are before. هنا we have to sit down and name the country. اللي احنا خدناه independent بتاعه جنوب. بيقولوا جنوب بس جنوب. اللي كان بيقولوا جنوب. Remember حتى المصريين كانوا بيقولوا للسودان جنوب. عارف كيف؟ So if you say south, I'll be more than happy to say all right, Seconia. لكن لما تقول لي جنوب السودان, please. Sudan معناه أسود. So, you know, not necessarily. You don't have to, you know, أنا كلنا Africans. They know who African is. So ما نلخبط. عارف كيف؟ We have never seen.
Checking if Clement was going to have something to say. Um, um, Yeah.
No, thank you.
Oh, all right, thank you. I just wanted to say, because we've been here like 9 hours going to 10 hours, I think we will start dialing down to, concluding, and yeah, so that we can save what we